You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. Back into the Pacific Northwest with Brian and our Sentinels Comics role-playing game. Brian, I have a couple of notes here from last time.
On Critical Hit?
There you go. Sam still gets the $1. Sam is paying attention. I have a note here that says hero points. I have no idea what any of these bullet points mean, but I'm sure you do. Hero points.
Yes. Well, hero points, they are a thing that you can cash in at the beginning of a session in order to make bonuses to carry into the next or the concurrent session. Unfortunately, those are pretty much nearly exclusively generated by principal overcome actions that I don't believe anyone took advantage of last time. Yeah.
On Critical Hit.
Yeah.
On Critical Hit. See, I wasn't muted.
Yeah, I don't think I used any of my overcome actions.
No, everyone seemed to be focused on the fighty during the last session in which the heroes were largely gathered at a concert for the Dukes of Hell. Basically, ground burst forth and monsters came out and have taken away some of the crowd participants there. And as such, the team, as it is, has decided to look into this and see what they can do to rescue those individuals. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. We had to go find somebody, though, I believe.
Yeah, the visitor suggested going and talking to her alien contacts to figure out what was going on with these subterranean aliens.
All right.
Oh, man. Are they homesick?
So I think what we're going to roll into here is what the system would call a montage scene. Basically, what each of you can do here is you can either do an action to heal up, you can assist someone else with healing up, or you can make a boost action in order to carry over into the next scene to help you. So basically, each of you decide what you're going to do here during this montage.
Now, are we rolling dice on this montage, or how does that work?
Well, if you're going to be doing a boost, then you're going to roll dice and see what bonus you're going to be carrying into the next scene.
Okay. What about healing?
For healing, there's no roll. If you decide to heal yourself, basically you will just put your hit points to the top of the next health range. So if you're in the red, which I believe Tad is.
Which I am, yeah.
Yep. Then if you decide to heal up for the scene, then basically you're going to be putting yourself at the top, your hit points set to the top of the yellow zone.
Okay, so now I'm up to 17 hit points, and I'm in the yellow zone. Great.
All right.
What if we want to heal somebody else? Because supposedly Tad was created to be a healer, and then I created a tech guy. I really went into this wanting to create Dr. Medico, and apparently there's no combination that creates a Dr. Medico type character. Somebody said it was in an expansion, but I don't believe them.
Yeah, we'll see if we ever get the Void Guard expansion, but see if there's any healing focused archetypes there. But yeah, for the most part, if you decide to assist someone else with their healing, then basically they'll just get an extra zone of healing added on.
Okay.
So you're going to go with healing there, Tad?
I'm going to heal myself, is what I'm going to have to do, just so I can get my hit points back up, because I don't think I can go into another battle with only 4 hit points.
And so what are you doing? Are you just administering some first aid, or how are you going about this healing?
How am I healing myself? Cartridges into my hypodermic gun and then injecting those things right into my arm. 500 needles at once.
It's quite a lot of
Makes
needles.
a little psh sound, followed by a lot of screaming.
Okay, well, apparently that happens. I guess basically for the rest of the scene, you'll be convalescing as that runs its course. Who else wants to be? Who else has what they want to do for this scene?
So I want to gather information.
All right. Is there any in particular that you approach?
Well, so I mean, I was able to identify the things underground as Grishamites. So I guess I have criminal underworld info and my and alien information broker as qualities. So my guess is to basically kind of go talk to some of my contacts and see if anyone knows more about Grishamites, or if there have been other similar attacks around the town of weird altered creatures coming to the surface.
Fair enough. Is there anyone that you in particular contact or reach out to try to get that information?
Oh, should I just make someone up? Is that what you're saying? Like an NPC?
Yeah, if you have something, or otherwise.
Sure. Let's say so Grishamites, they don't like being on the surface. So let's say I know another type of alien that is doesn't love being on the bright light, from a planet that's much further from a sun, or has a lower brightness sun, and I'll go find a nice the nice dark bar where they like to hang out and talk to them and see if they've had any interactions with Grishamites, looking for dark holes to hang out in on Earth.
All right, sounds good. Can you go ahead and select what you'd like to roll for a boost action? And that'll largely determine how successful you are in gathering information to face this challenge.
And what does a boost action entail?
Largely just choose your pool like normal. Take what zone your health is in, choose a power and a quality, and roll it. And take the mid die, unless you have some ability that may alter it further for a boost.
All right. So even though my telepathy die is reduced for the session, I'm still going to probably use that one because it's the most relevant power. And I'm still in green status. Well, I guess because I assumed the environment reset, so it's now just based on my health, right?
Yeah, it'd just be based on your health.
Actually, could I use my principle of the underworld, which is overcome a problem related to your knowledge of the criminal underworld, or using one of your contacts and use a Mirax die?
Well, this would be a boost action rather than an overcome.
Oh, fair enough. Never mind then. Okay, fair enough. So then I'll use alien information broker, telepathy, and my regular green die. So roll that. Oh, and my telepathy is currently reduced to D8. So that gives me, so it's my mid die will be a 6.
Oh, pretty good. Unfortunately, didn't get the 8 from your alien information broker, but a 6 is a +2 bonus that you can cash in here sometime during this next session. So you might make a note of that. And you go down to a local bar, and there does seem to be a group of Palaxians who seem to be chilling out in the back freezer there, as they are from a planet distant from a sun and tend to like the colder climes. They got a little card game going on. How do you make your approach there?
I'll ask to be dealt in. Actually, I'll use my telepathy from a distance for a bit to like get a feel for where things are at with them, like what would be a good approach, and maybe even shapeshift myself into something more like approachable to them, like maybe make it like myself look like I'm one of them, and ask them to deal me in and try to have a friendly card game and figure out what the local chatter is.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that you're probably fairly successful there at blending in. These are furred species, tend to be fairly lanky and tall, seem to come from a relatively low gravity planetoid. And they do are a little bit hesitant at first talking to a stranger, but they do eventually warm up, and they do kind of talk about how there does have been a few seeming disappearances and whatnot. People seemingly been disappearing, and it does seem like the disturbances in the Earth has been corresponding, although no one's ever been able to really trace the source as of yet. When you ask about Gruesomeites in particular, you don't get too much in the way of info there, other than that, they kind of curious why you're asking, because they're not really too known to be too sociable or have too many of those around. But like I say, you do.
Yeah, she'll be relatively honest about saying that she was at a concert and some things came out from underground, and she knew that you got that. She was worried that they might be something else that preying on people in the dark. And so if they have any records of missing people, she'd love to try to help. And if any more information on like where or when would help find them.
Okay, yeah, they give you some information, and that may be advantageous in possibly triangulating central location, which might be good here in the next scene. All right, and who else has any actions or steps they'd want to take at this time?
I would also like to heal, because I'm in the yellow. So basically, Nexo is going to go with the visitor, but he's going to stay out in the main. So this was a bar?
Yeah, the bar.
Yeah. So he'll stay in the main bar area. Obviously, since he knows that she's talking to informants, he will change into his non-fighting clothes, which is a tan suit with a white shirt and like a gold chain, and of course, shoes and belt to match. And will mostly just be outside, waiting to see if anything bad happens or breaks out, like outside of where she's at, so in the main bar area. But will like take it easy and try to sort of reconstitute his dimensional energies over a cold Corona. Actually, he's probably more of a Negra Modelo man.
Yeah, so you are able to relax there. The crowd seems to be generally mellow and largely focused on their own indulgences, and otherwise not too chatty. So just a calm
Sure.
Chill.
Oh, I thought this was obvious, but I should point out that he's still wearing his mask.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't take that off. So it's
Fair
just
enough.
a masked wrestler wearing a suit.
As happens.
Yep.
All right. Rob, what are you going to be doing to prep for the next scene?
So, is Tad still down pretty low on health?
I'm at the top of my yellow zone.
Okay.
So I've got 17 of 22 hit points.
Oh, God.
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven definitely made a mortal.
Yes.
No regrets. I'm going into this no regrets.
I feel like helping him out with healing would probably just be the best idea or best plan at this point. Because getting him at max still puts him lower than what I'm at currently.
Fair enough. All right. How do you help him get even more health here?
Basically, while he's doing his thing, just play and hum some soothing music. Not something that would have been on stage, but something more just calming, radiating, like clean, healthy energy.
Yeah, classical gas.
Classical gas. I was going to say that.
And is this just happening in your green room backstage?
Yeah.
All right. So that probably goes on for a while. Ted is apparently serenaded a bit by Rob and starts feeling quite a bit better. As that his wounds and aches seem to be alleviating even more so than he would have thought, given his mechanical devices. And I assume eventually, after a while, probably Nexo and Genora, shows back up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, what'd you guys find out?
I was able to gather some information on other disappearances, so perhaps we can triangulate things.
Yeah. Pull out my tablet out of my little black bag. Do you have the locations of those other disappearances?
Yes. I'll take a look at his map and plot them.
Yeah. Call it up on my Bing search engine. This episode not sponsored by Bing.
But it could have been.
I call it up on my Ask Jarvis.
Yes. You basically plot these. They seem to be not fairly too close to the stadium here, although they do seem to be still generally within all the outer limits neighborhood. That seems to be predominantly settled by extraterrestrial visitors and immigrants. It does seem that largely seems to be centered somewhere within that area.
Well, this isn't so much to go on, but we could plot a course on foot and see if we see anything else, unless anyone else has better ideas.
We could take my van.
Is it filled with surveillance equipment?
No, it's got medical gear and it's got a cool bench back seat that everybody can sit on.
That seems acceptable.
Very well. Let us see your van.
We go outside of wherever we're at, backstage area. And it's the van that you think it is. It is like
Is
a
that
1976.
Like something metal?
No, because remember, Tad's pretty like straight up. Remember, he's the one that showed up to the concert with an Izod shirt on. But he's got this old 1976 van that his parents had before Tad was born, and they just kind of handed it down to him and said, "Here you go." And Tad is like, okay. And it's just blue and it's kind of rusty in spots, but it's kind of a junky looking 1976 blue Ford van. It doesn't have any cool like Pegasuses on the side. There's no wizards, nothing like that. But it does have that weird bubble window in the back too. So the interior's paneled, old wood paneling. And it also has an 8-track player, but no 8 tracks of Rob's Gore group.
Well, they probably don't put stuff out in 8 tracks.
Yeah, I was going to say, they probably post-date that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nexo will go up and kind of like knock on it a little bit. Is there something supernatural about your vehicle?
No. I mean, it's still running after all these years. I mean, that's pretty supernatural if you ask me.
I just thought I'd ask. Last time I got into a car this old, we had a lot of adventures. And like, does it have like a sliding door?
Yes.
Yep. So just like use my amazing wrestler strength to open the sliding door. Because if it's as old as he says, that thing probably jams pretty bad.
Yes, it does. Pile in, everybody.
Man.
A little shag carpet on the floor.
I will fly and surveil from above in case we are assaulted.
I mean, you can ride shotgun.
That is acceptable for now.
All right.
Yes. Once we get to our area of triangulation, we should all maybe spread out and look.
Okay.
Your van has a strange smell.
Yeah, it was there when I got it. And I haven't been able to get rid of it yet.
I think what you are smelling is actually multiple different smells.
Yes. I am not very familiar with human smells. But there are definitely many of them.
Well, this van will help with that.
A learning experience, then.
Yeah.
Is 2 questions. Is hang on. Is Dukias coming, and is he bringing anybody?
Dukias will follow. We'll grab the band van.
Okay.
As the band goes.
The band's going with you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Tad starts up his van, pops in his 8-track. Anyone want to guess what band Tad is playing on his 8-track?
I'm going to say Kansas.
No, close though, right? Because Tad is his initials. He's playing Bachman Turner Overdrive, BTO.
Oh, right.
Roll on down the highway, put it in drive, and go look for the triangulated center of all these missing peoples. Shocks are kind of bad, so those of you in the back seat, you might get a little bouncy.
I think actually I'm the only one on the back seat.
Oh, okay. I'd give Nexo a good look up and down. You'll probably hold it down.
Yeah, Nexo's pretty dense, at least physically.
I make sure that as we drive that all my blinkers are working and I'm giving enough signal ahead so that Dukias and his group can follow along and know where we're going.
So, so I think with that, as the group starts heading down the road to investigate further, we're going to roll into a bit of an experiment here. I'm going to try to do something of a modified skill challenge within this system.
Oh, okay. Now, this system doesn't have a skills challenge.
Not as of such.
Okay.
One of the criticisms I have heard of this system is that there's not a lot of support for like investigative kind of scenes.
Sure, which is a hallmark of a lot of superhero fiction.
Yeah. We'll see if we get any sort of like official support along those lines. Like when the Dark Watch focused book comes out or whatnot. But otherwise, until then, like I say, we'll try to do something of a kind of a skill challenge scene. So basically, I do have the scene tracker up, which will have only 3 spaces, just a single green, yellow, and red zone. The scene will go last in each round, so you don't even need to worry about that. But basically, what you want to be doing, at least in this particular scene, is try to succeed at 8 overcome actions within those 3 rounds. So, you would, with the 4 of you, you would have 16 actions to get that. No, that's not right. 12 actions to get that done in. So that does give you a little bit of leeway there. And if you don't make it, then something interesting may happen. But otherwise, for the most part, you'll probably be focusing on doing boosts and overcome actions. Overcomes are what you'll actually need to do to progress towards success here. But if you don't necessarily want to try to do an overcome in a given situation, you can try to help out your fellow companions here and give them bonuses towards the next action, and therefore potentially avoid taking any minor or major twists as you continue on this investigation. So basically, whoever wants to go first, if you want to let me know if you want to do a boost or an overcome, and let me know what exactly you're going to do to try to progress the situation. If there is another kind of action that you can manage to make fit, let me know, but there's not going to be really any minions, lieutenants, or villains, so attacking and defending generally is not going to be too helpful. But so if someone wants to jump in and say how they kick off this investigation, just let me know and we'll get to rolling.
I guess I will start since I'm the one driving the van. I will use this is where we're supposed to use our principles, right? The principle of the powerless.
Yeah, principles would probably be a pretty good idea to get the high die in your roll in order to most likely get successes or avoid twist towards successes.
Okay, so my principle of the powerless is that I value training and hard work. So I'm really going to focus my attention on my understanding of the city that we're in and the layout of the area to try to get us as close to the center of this map as we possibly can.
All right, so go ahead and make me a dice pool, choosing your current zone, a power, and a quality.
So I'm going to, in the green zone, I'm going to use my gadgets under powers and my I guess I'm also going to use Dr. Nerd Introvert, just because I spent too much time studying the maps of this town, so I could quickly get to where any emergency might be for my qualities. And let's roll that. And I'm using my max die, so that is a 5.
A 5. So that is either going to be a failure or a success with a minor twist. So just kind of driving around looking for information or suspicious situations.
As I'm trying to get to that center part, I think I'm going to count that as a success, but I'm going to suffer a minor twist with my principle of the powerless. What temporary injury did I just suffer? I think because of the poundings and the attacks that I have just taken, that the bad shocks on this car bounce and it throws my lower back, just gets a really bad pain in it to where it kind of hurts to stand up straight. Will that work?
Okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and find minor twist. Since your back hurts, I'm going to say that probably your close combat quality is going to be reduced down 1 die size to your injuries.
Okay.
For the remainder of the issue here.
Okay. Down to a D8. And that's my turn.
And who would like to go next? And I'll mark one success here.
I can go. So I'll like to use my principle of the underworld to try to overcome using my knowledge of the underworld and my contacts. So she'll be like, looking, giving him directions, holding out her own like alien version of a tablet, basically like texting and calling and various people as we go, trying to cross-reference the information that she previously got with any other information as we drive through the streets.
Yeah, go ahead and so going to try to do an overcome to do that?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And should I apply the +2 that I got previously to this?
Yeah, if you want to use that here.
Can I use my like alertness quality, or should I use my alien information broker quality?
I'll let you go either one, depending. Yeah.
All right, I'll go with alertness. It's a little
purpose.
higher. So, and since it's my principal, I'm using my highest die, or my max die, which is my D12, which I rolled a 9 on, and I get a +2 from that previous +2 that I got. So it's an 11.
Dang. All right. So full on success. So as you're driving around, you get someone telling you that they heard a disturbance a couple blocks over. You're not sure what's going on, but there seem to be some tremors nearby. And so they basically give you an address, and you're able to head that way, largely just in time to see a few more creatures came out of the ground and seem to be grabbing a few more people. But basically, as they notice this group in particular coming, they seem to quickly retreat back into the holes. And so there is now a big hole in the ground waiting for you to proceed.
And all my allies get a hero point from that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, keep track of those.
Yay.
Oh, boy.
Ding.
Oh, and I also get one.
And
Cool.
Did we get one from Steven?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Really?
you succeeded
'Cause
with
I
a
thought-
twist.
Oh, yeah. Succeed with a twist. Okay.
Does that count, Brian?
Yeah, I believe that counts.
I said,
Sweet.
think it's just any time you use your principle.
Yeah, exactly. Like, doesn't even say
Okay.
whether or not you succeed typically.
Doesn't have to be success or failure. All right. So you managed to locate a disturbance, but creatures are scurrying away with a few more civilians as you roll onto the scene.
I
And
will. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll go next.
Sounds good.
Next is going to make sure that the tunnel is stable. I'd like to boost Rob, who's like the one who hasn't gone yet. Basically by making sure that him and his entire band can get down here.
Nice. And how are you going to go about that?
I don't have any abilities that do that, so I'll just do a normal boost roll. So I'll use my strength. I don't think close combat really applies here. I'll say I'm somewhat socially imposing when I do that. And then my green die. 1, 5, and 4. So that's a 5 on my mid die to boost Rob.
Cool. So that'll be a +2 to that you can carry forward to a future action.
Oh, boy.
What kind? So what exactly are you doing to boost him?
I'm essentially clearing the path forward. I'm like moving rocks out of the way, and like if a part of the thing collapses, I'll like kick it open. Just being like very physically keeping everyone safe. Or like something looks like it's going to collapse, he'll like hold it up with his biceps and triceps.
Fair enough. All right, and as Rob's character, Dicaius, is the last one to have not gone. What are you going to do next here, Rob?
I'd like to use... So, I have Principle of the Mask, which lets me overcome using knowledge from my civilian life, which is weird with what my civilian identity is, right? Since my civilian identity is a demon, or half demon at least. But what I'd like to do is essentially instruct the band to kind of scatter and start looking for others, because Nexo cleared the way.
Yep. Maybe even opened up multiple paths or something. Whatever you need, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So basically, have a few or the band each go down a different path to that Nexo cleared to try and figure things out. Would that work for Principle of the Mask?
I'm not necessarily thinking. So I think for Principle of the Mask, I feel like that'd have to do more with something interacting with normal civilian identity. So like trying to blend in or play up the kayfabe, basically, of being a normal person in costume or interacting with normal people and basically using your celebrity status to try to...
So Principle of the Mask is going to be doing celebrity things.
Yeah, that's I think I would
the civilian
have to,
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interacting with normals.
That works for me. Then I would like to use Principle of the Whispers instead. Overcome against a challenge that involves information I have no real way of knowing.
I feel like that would apply here.
So I'm going to use Infernal, Otherworld. God, this word is going to trip me up every time. Otherworldly mythos. And, of course, my green die. And I get to use my max die, and everybody will get to gain a hero point. So, boop. My max die is a 4. What, I got a +2 from Rodrigo, or from Nexo?
Yes, you would have a +2.
So, 6?
6, unfortunately, still puts it in the minor twist category.
But it's only a minor twist.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the 4 would still do that as well. But,
okay. Never mind then.
So you can take a minor twist to net a success here, or you can take a failure. Trying to think would be a good...
I'm okay with taking a minor twist here. The Whispers thing is, how did the voice in your head just distract you?
Okay, I'm going to say go ahead and take a hindrance using the max die, basically as the concordant voices of your bandmates communicating back to you causes you confusion and disassociation. Unfortunately, the 4 is only a -2 as well. Well, fortunately, you only rolled 3, 4, 4, so it's not like you're facing a larger penalty, but yeah, you'll be at -2 to your next action.
We all get a hero point because I use my principle. I say follow the voices down the correct path.
All right. So Ducaius manages send some bandmates down, and after a moment and a bit of difficulty, he's able to point the correct path as one of his minions has located a tunnel that seems to be starting to be filled with more of those creatures that you located, and also seems to be being lined or scattered with some technological equipment. And who shall be going next here in the second round as it ticks up to the yellow zone? So keep in mind you'll be now rolling the yellow die unless your health happens to be worse than that.
You said that there were critters down here?
Yeah, there are critters. For the most part, they do seem to be, at least so far, avoiding you individuals and companions at this time being. But yeah, they are kind of around and seem to be perhaps sort of keeping tabs on you as you proceed in. So if that is something you want to
dropped out again.
Take advantage of or do something about, then
I'm going to go ahead and give Nexo a boost. Oh, wait, I can't use that one yet. Sorry, never mind.
Why can't you
That's
use?
a red zone boost. My give time, which is a red zone boost, and I'm not there. I guess I'll just use another.
I'll slam Steven against the wall. I'll breathe on him really hard to get him into the red.
Oh, suddenly I'm down to 1 hit point. No.
Well, I can boost everyone in the yellow, so I can go if you want to wait. Or
yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. Then she'll while we're the van pulls up, she'll kind of grow a bunch of weird tentacles and touch everyone and be like, sync up everyone. That way we can stay in contact in case we get lost in the tunnels. And I'll put up my telepathic bond. So I'm going to boost everyone using my telepathy. And I use my max and my mid die, and then I hinder myself with my mid die. So you guys are all boosted by a total of 17, and I'm hindered by 3.
So is that
which
a plus
I think
4?
I think it's a plus 4 for everyone and a -1 for me, if I'm not mistaken.
that'd be correct. It'd be a -1 for you, and 12 plus does give a +4 to everyone else. And so nice.
I'd like to go next to capitalize on these boosts and see if I can't push us even further.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Keep in mind you do have a -2 still following you. So
I've got a +2.
Yep.
And I'm gonna make it so everybody's got even more. So the next 2 overcomes can be even betterer. But I'm gonna use the mass modification. Basically, utilizing the new telepathic bond. I'm gonna roll into a slight leadership role and guide everybody as to exactly where we should be looking for everything. Using presence and leadership. So boost using presence and apply the mod to multiple close targets. Does that work?
sounds good to me.
So my mid die would be a 6, so that'll be an 8 after the hindrance and the big boost. So
Nice.
Is an 8 a 2 or a 3?
An 8's a 3.
All right. So yeah, 3 to everybody.
Good job. All right.
Yeah.
So now, pretty much the other 2 people that have yet to go this round are now carrying a +7 bonuses.
Yep.
Well, a +3 and a +4. They don't necessarily have to cash them in on the same action.
Okay.
But
I'm going to look at all this. You said there's technology embedded in the wall.
yeah, there seems to be technology embedded or poking out of the tunnel here.
Okay, I'm going to kind of deduce or try to figure out if any of these are kind of like early warning sensors. And if they are, I'm going to use the mental connection that we have to let everyone kind of work around any kind of sensor so it doesn't trigger any kind of alarm. So I'm just going to use a basic overcome using my precognition and my technology, and then my yellow die to do that.
Sounds good.
Yep. And I get what is that? I'm supposed to use my mid die, which is a 3. I'm going to go ahead and throw in I'm just going to throw in both of my bonuses so that we get up there to a 10 so that we get action completely succeeds.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like basically with your technological investigation and precognition, you largely determined that what these devices seem to be biometric scanners, seem to be made to detect and take survey of organic beings in the area, and as such can definitely be used as also a early alert system by approaching beings. Although you're able to surmise that it probably was their primary purpose is largely to get a sense of what kind of beings are up on the surface. But with that information, you are definitely able to help the team avoid the devices to circumvent them and perhaps get some contradictory information as to where you're headed. And as such, for the overcome the super success, you'll get next person will get a +2 for some pretty significant bonuses on their next action.
Haha. Well, I guess that's me.
Yep.
So what Nexa will do is once we've got the sensors figured out. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'll say actually with that, you're able to navigate your way. Seems like you may have found some sort of structure here underground. There does seem to be something of an energy barrier in addition to some kind of external surveillance here. You don't think that you've managed to trigger anything as of yet, but it does look like that those would be things that you might want to avoid as you continue your perusal here.
Okay. So it's a structure, and there's like kind of a force field type thing around it.
Yeah, there seems to be some sort of force field in addition to basically security cameras.
Okay.
Externally here.
Next is going to try to place a series of rifts, basically portals, in such a way that we can move around the surveillance and then hopefully make our way in to the structure, essentially also circumventing the force field.
Nice.
So I'd like to use Principle of Mastery to overcome a situation that uses your powers in a new way and use your max die, and then everybody gets a hero point. Is that okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'll use teleportation. I will use otherworldly mythos for my quality, just to be like, I know what rifts in the space-time continuum do. And then yellow. And then roll. And what am I adding to things? What am I adding to this 12?
We got a +3, a +4, and a +2 bonus available.
So maxed out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you definitely succeed without even... now, generally, bonuses are supposed to be declared before rolling, if you're going to use them.
Oh, okay. I see.
And I think with that roll, I think I'm just going to go ahead and let you not have used any of those if you would like. And you still...
Sure. How long do they last?
Well, actually...
mine lasts for the next roll.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, mine's not persistent.
And I'm going to say that the bonus with the overwhelming success is also going to be on the next one. So actually, you just kind of kick that bonus on down to the next person. But yeah, you're able to.
I can pass it to like the next person, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, that's good at least.
And yeah, I'll say that you are quite definitely able to bypass these security devices and basically get to the door without much trouble. And who wants to go next?
We got what? Three more turns to go.
I got 4 rounds, and you need to get 3 successes.
The next person has another bonus.
Yeah, the next person would have a +2 bonus coming.
So if Sam goes, she's got the +2 and the +3 that I gave.
That'd be correct.
Yeah, which is nice because I gave myself a -1, so it'll be a net of +4.
Go for it, Sam.
Okay, cool. Then I will use my clever form, which allows me to overcome using shapeshifting. So she shifts her form a bit to looking at this door, basically winds up with a bunch of weird little tendrils that she starts poking and prodding around it to try to figure out if there's any special security or other things that she needs to do to open it, and then we'll pull it out safely.
Sounds good.
Cool. I'll use my shapeshifting. We're still in the yellow.
You throwing your bonuses on this?
Yes. So I'll use that plus. I've got a net of +4 bonus. Use my max die when using this power, which is good because the other ones were awful. So with the +4 bonus, I've got a max success on that.
All right, sounds great. You also succeeded with overwhelming success. So yeah, you're able to have the door quickly hiss open. Does not seem to be necessarily any signs of distress or anything going on here. Halls seem to be quiet so far, although you are faced with basically more branches and various paths that you can go. And it does sound like there may be some things walking around these metal halls, clinking around. So who will be going next?
Now I'm going to go ahead and use my red zone power of giving time. I'm going to boost another hero with my hypodermic gun. Then it says, if that hero has already acted in this turn, use your max die. That hero loses health equal to your min die. Since he hasn't acted this turn, I don't think either of those things happen, but then that hero must go next in the turn order. So I'm going to boost you with my hypodermic gun, Nexo.
Were you boosting? Oh, okay.
Nexo, because you said there were some clanking things going around. And then because I'm boosting you, I'm using some medicines to boost you as well with that hypodermic needle. And I use my mid die, which is a 2. And I don't think I have any bonuses left. So,
well, actually, Sam, Janora would have succeeded overwhelmingly as well. So you would still have a +2 that would have been carried over. However, that would still. And this
succeeds with a minor twist.
Well, are you doing overcome?
Oh, no, that's an overcome. Sorry. No, I was doing a boost. Sorry.
All right. So that's just going to be a +2. What else did this power do?
Nothing. I mean, just the hero goes next in the turn order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So boost another hero using your hypodermic gun. If that hero has already acted in the turn, use your max die. Then that hero loses health equal to your min die. The hero acts next in the turn order. So because he hasn't already acted in this round, Nexo gets to go next. and has that boost of a +2.
Or potentially, basically, you could do that on someone who has gone and basically squeeze out an extra action from them.
Yeah, but they also have to take damage if I do that.
That's true.
And I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Something to consider.
Then, Nexo?
Yeah, definitely
All
to
right.
consider in the future.
Nexo is going to think about these creatures, and he will remember that if you intimidate a dog, it'll go back to its master. If you scare a child, they will look for their mom. So basically, Nexo is going to pick up a whole console and throw it in the direction of the skittering sounds, and then go chasing after them. Using principle of the nomad, overcome a situation where you're going to apply lessons from the road and use your max die. You and each of your allies get a hero point. So I'd like to use strength, and I guess I should use imposing because that is scary.
Okay.
And then we're in the red. Are we in the red? Yep. Okay. Doesn't matter. All my dice are the same. And I get to use my max die, which is nice. And I'll apply that +2 bonus from Tad, which will get me to a 12 on the max die, and then 3 and 1 on the other dice.
Okay, nice. Well, with that 12, you once again succeed spectacularly. Basically, throwing the console does basically seem to kick off high alert as various beings are distressed. Basically, as you do, you see several creatures scattering off that you had. Seems to be quite similar to what had appeared previously during the concert. Largely rounded-bodied creatures of rock-like skin and various limbs skitter and flap off down the hulls, but you do seem to have successfully scared them into largely giving you a path into the facility here.
Nice.
And because it is an overwhelming success, we'll let Rob bring this in with a +2 bonus, as he now has the last available action to succeed here.
So I need to do an overcome at this point?
Yep, sounds like this would be pretty required overcome right now if you want to try to succeed at this scene.
Well, let's try that principle of whispers again. Use infernal and leadership on this. Infernal whispering to me, leadership guiding everybody where we need to go. Hey, that'll be a 9 +2, right?
9. Hey, that's a straight up success. You guide everyone as you pursue the retreating creatures, and you seem to come to a big central room that seems to be filled with various vats and tanks that seem to have a variety of different beings and creatures within them. And standing in the middle of this area seems to be a creature that Janora can let you know does seem to be the Grushamite that she had seen earlier. He's long-limbed, or at least the arms are long. He's got squatter legs, riding what seems to be something of a floating chair, wearing what kind of seems to be some sort of containment suit with a darkened dome helmet. And he basically screeches out at each of you, You, what are you doing here? You're really pulling all my plans. I'm going to capture you, and you guys are going to be my top experiments here. And with that, he presses a button, and doors open up, and various creatures, similar to what you've seen before, come piling into the room. And basically get ready for combat here. But I think that'll be a good thing to roll into.
Yeah, on the next episode. That's one of those big things, the cliffhanger in the comic book, where it says, "Will our hero survive?" Tune in 7 days for the next installment of this fantastic RPG adventure.
Yes.
Brian, a couple of questions, though, for you.
Yes, sir.
We have filled up all of our hero point boxes in this episode. What do we do now? What happens now?
Well, basically, at the beginning of the next session, I guess we'll have to discuss whether or not we want to do this combat here. Basically, this session for us, in which case, if so, then those hero points will have to wait till later. But basically, you can cash in the hero points that you got for bonuses. You have to determine what division you want the bonuses in. You can have, is it 4 hero points that you can take into the next issue? Or 5?
That's what it looks like. It says hero point rewards +1, +2, +3, and +4.
Yeah, but you can check off 5 of them on the sheet. I don't know if that tells you anything.
Yeah, okay, so you can go into the next, or when the next issue starts, basically you have the 5 hero points that you maxed out on. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so yeah, the next issue you can use these hero points as bonuses, one-shot bonuses, and you have to decide at the start of the issue what denomination basically they're going to be in. Do you want to have 5 +1s? Do you want to have a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1?
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Okay. Do we need to decide that before the next session, or do we do that at the start of the next session?
We would do that at the start of the next session.
Okay, well, we'll do that then. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out this week. Be sure to check out the Patreon page for any kind of original art, character sheets, etc. that go along with this issue. And we will be back next time. And here's hoping all of our dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2022 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.